Greetings, this is Wear and Tear, yet another outdooring gear review channel. One of my subscribers, Mr. Kevin Chan, asked under my last video, drone or flashlight, which one do you prefer? It's a good question. It cost me sleepless nights, but then I realized neither drone nor flashlight demand exclusive devotion, and actually one can join those two together. Look at this hybrid. The Mavic Mini carrying a Wuben C3 flashlight. It's a very nice budget flashlight with USB-C port, tail switch, mechanical tail switch. So a very nice flashlight, very awesome drone. Let's see whether this little drone, 250 gram drone, can carry this flashlight. So my little Mavic Mini, let's see what you're doing. Maneuvering not very well. Not like usual at all, but it's flying. Wow. Wants to crash. Usually it doesn't need a whole lot of manual input, but with this heavy, slightly unbalanced load, that's a very nice flashlight. It actually has a TIR lens for 20-25 bucks. It's an awesome light. Let's land the little drone. Usually it's perfectly stabilized, but with this light, no way. Let's see whether we can not crash land it. There we have it. The perfect hybrid between two hobbies, flashlights and drones. So let's review this little experiment. The Mavic Mini, including the flashlight, has 369 grams. The official takeoff weight is 249 grams. So the Mavic Mini still handled reasonably well, like someone who is terribly drunken and hardly able to stabilize. So it needed a lot of input to keep its position. Usually it does that automatically. Probably if you have a payload like that, if you would install it on the bottom, that would probably be better. I didn't do that because that would block the light sensors here, and I need that for landing. So, but you could do that. Now the flashlight that I mounted is, as I already mentioned, the Wuben C3. That's a nice little budget flashlight for like $25. On and off, slight press and you go through the modes. Double press and you have a strobo mode, so it's not in the way. It also comes with this clip. It is brilliantly anodized. It has, oh sorry. It has nice little O-rings, good threads, squared off threads, so all the hallmarks of quality machining pretty much. It has here a little LED that shows you the status of the battery, and it features a TIR lens. I think even with glass in front of the plastic TIR lens. No, it's not glass, it should be plastic. Well, glass would have been a little bit much to ask for the price point perhaps. And there is the USB-C port. So I've used this light for a few weeks now. I've also carried it during my night shift, It gives a very reasonable light output, about 1000 lumens. It dissipates the heat very nicely, and it's absolutely a useful tool, and it's so very compact here compared to standard mobile phone. It's very carryable. Also with this head, so no strike bezel or something that tears open your pants pockets, which can happen. But it's really a beautiful EDC flashlight. Even if it was not for a low price point of around 25 to 30 bucks, I would still consider carrying this. It's just a really good flashlight. And yeah, the DJI Mavic Mini. In fact, it could also carry a larger flashlight. That's another interesting light I got today, a Klarus EP10. Now this has like 200 grams. The funny thing is, 225 grams. Funny thing is, the Mavic Mini was able to carry this flashlight as well, but it became terribly unstable, so I really didn't want to risk crashing the drone. But it is able to lift this flashlight, so the Mavic Mini can carry basically its own body weight. It's tremendously strong. By the way, this flashlight is manufactured by Klarus. It's sold at around 20 bucks, 20 euros for a Klarus flashlight, imagine. And it has something very smart. Here, this is where the USB-C port is located, behind the head and sitting behind the O-ring, so perfectly protected. I like that much better than the rubber caps that are prevalent on so many USB rechargeable flashlights. This one doesn't have a tactical tail switch. It has a side switch. It has a few LEDs that show you the battery status, and it has an extra button that brings you straight to strobe, and the strobe stays on. So this is direct access to strobe. It has a ridiculous battery tube. It's very thick. It comes with a 2000 milliamp battery, so a little bit 18650 battery, again square O-rings. Quality machining for 20 bucks, a Klarus flashlight. That is pretty amazing, and it's huge for the size. So it's probably for those, for your grandpa or grandma, for walking the dog and stuff like that. A more than reasonable flashlight. It's also interesting, you can run this flashlight straight from a USB-C power bank or outlet without the battery. So just also doing charging, you can run this flashlight on every single mode. So two awesome budget flashlights, an awesome drone that is kind of the budget entry offer from DJI. So great equipment, and I hope I've demonstrated that you can do both. You can do drones and flashlights, and I could also mount a knife to that drone actually, but I don't know why I would do that. So then I would have everything, knives, flashlights, and drones, and maybe a little flamethrower. Yeah, so all my hobbies and interests would be really united in one kind of object. No, I have more interests, in fact. So this drone can't carry my wife, right? So, for example, just yeah. So this was Wear and Tear, over and out. Thank you again for the crazy question. I hope you enjoy my crazy answers. Bye bye.